JumpStart the Year 2020. For the year 2020, what are your goals and plans? What did you miss or didn't get to accomplish in the year 2019 that could have an impact on the year of 2020? This is just to say, in case you have a new resolution plan, here's a wisdom. If 2019 was for you a year where you felt like you made so many terrible mistakes, don't feel disappointed. Don't set your mind to view those decisions only as a failure, but see the lesson that you learned from those experiences were only to prepare you for better and bigger things to come in the year ahead of you. That's the wisdom. Here is a few tips I was able to put together that you might consider for the year 2020. Step number 1, set your priority in order. In other words, always put things first. For instance, for yourself, for your family members, and for your friends. This is very lucrative. If you want to improve some areas of your life, such as your career development, becoming a problem-solving person, and in general productivity at whatever things you're doing, setting up your priority will help you get things done in timely manner. It is said, make yourself a priority once in a while. It is not selfish. Sometimes it is necessary. Step number 2, be willing to take necessary risk at any cost if you have to. When it comes to that, one of the things most of us needs to know about successful people is that they take calculated risks. Whether it is to change your job, change your friend, change your career, even improving your spiritual life, taking necessary risks is essential. Remember, safety is the opposite of risk. Safety is indeed provides stability. On the other hand, it does not yield progress. Someone once said, when taking risk, the struggle we endure today will be the good old days we laugh tomorrow. And that leads us to step number 3. Use whatever you have available, whatever you have around. William Penn, founder of Pennsylvania Company, said, "He who is taught to live upon little owes more to his father's wisdom than he who has a great deal left him to his father's care." And so, don't wait to have plenty to start. So learn to start with the very little that you have, because you may never get all the tools you think you need to accomplish your goals. In other words, don't stand on the sideline because you lack of certain resources. Before long, someone else will do what you were supposed to do with lesser tools and resources. When it comes to this point, and final, what I can say is, start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Step number 4, investing yourself in your work. Henry Ford said, thinking without constructive actions can become a plague to our mind. In order to avoid too many ideas from other people and ourselves, we need to have a thought-organized system. Once that is done, it is necessary to select which ideas are more important to you and one by one push them into actions. Not only will this strategy help bringing your ideas into reality, it will also create more space into your thinking mind for newer thoughts. This process can enhance personal development and personal growth. Steve Miller said, constructive action demonstrates a willingness to accelerate efforts to achieve consensual resolution to the significant challenge we face. So step number 5, reward yourself for every small accomplishment. Do you know that many times we refuse to pay ourselves for little success? This is why it is important that we shouldn't do that. When we focus on small success such as weekly goals, short-term goals, each small success as collectively in final become what people will see as one ignite accomplishment. For this I have, as Karen Goucher said, acknowledge all of small victory. They will eventually add up to something great. The next step is step number 6, helping yourself by helping others. One way to help ourselves by helping others is by developing your talents in a way that would empower people around you. Mahatma Gandhi said, the best way to help yourself or find yourself truly is through deployment of oneself into the service of others. You have to service others. Another way to become successful at this, we need to develop an attitude of greatness and share it to others without limitations. Mr. Ace Hall said, sometimes healing comes after helping someone that is going through the same trauma you went through. So, help yourself by helping others. Step number 7, remain positive no matter the outcome. See, in life we have so many outcomes. So many outcomes that we have. It's always good to remain positive. Sometimes life will give us every reason to be negative or every reason to give up. One way to circumvent this idea or that feeling, we must always remember that despite our position in life, there's somebody somewhere at some point having it worse than us. The hard truth about staying positive is that we often fail to remember that being positive doesn't really mean that everything will always turn out in our favor. Rather, it is knowing that within ourselves that everything somehow will be okay, no matter how terrible it looks. To conclude this series, in spite of so many diversities of principles taught throughout books and even available on the internet for the last decades, one thing we must always remind ourselves is whatever the situations, whatever it is in life, whatever what you're going through, whatever the circumstances, we have to remain motivated. Remember, keep your priority in order. This theory will help you with time management. Taking necessary risks. It is essential for personal growth. Using what you have is a great alternative way to jumpstart a project with limited resources. investing in yourself, in your work. This step helps bringing your ideas into reality. Reward yourself for every small accomplishment. We should always remember to acknowledge every little success. Helping yourself by helping others. This principle will help us developing our talent in a ways to help promoting people who are willing to help us in return. Last but not least, remain positive. No matter what the circumstances presented during the time when you are applying those principles. At the end, as we get to the year of 2020, if you use those concepts practically during a project or at work or for personal use, you will experience tremendous capability to fulfill your dream in the year 2020.